What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rome Bone. Thank you for tuning in, episode 98 of the show. We just moving right the fuck along, keep cranking away. Much love to you tuning in, whether you're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. No blips with Spotify last week, no fuck ups. So that was good. Unlike the week before with the A La Zululu podcast, Spotify screwed me over for about 4 days. But we're all good. And last week I posted the t-shirt. I ordered a sample of a t-shirt. And if it comes back dope, expect pre-orders for the shirt. It'll be a limited run for the t-shirt. So be on the lookout for that. I just want to give a heads up. Haven't posted about it on my social medias other than the fact that I posted the graphic with the t-shirt. And if you want it, let me know. Some of you said that you wanted the t-shirt, so I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it limited, so be ready. And I'll keep you informed when pre-orders go live. But keep your fucking eyes peeled. Yeah. And last week's show, I was talking about if you don't give love, don't give love if you don't receive love. Well, my stupid ass forgot to show some fucking love to Studio 17 and Brooklyn Menace for having me host the pre-show for their new series UFCD, where they take two albums and they pit them up against each other. The hosts of the main show is Mike Sears of the Speaky Club podcast. That's the homie. And Siznak. And they break those albums down ill. It's a lot of fun watching the shows on Studio 17. And Brooklyn Menace and Studio 17 had me back this past Friday for UFCD pre-show. And I co-hosted it with Scotty Two Balls of Carnival Spirits. Shout out to Scotty Two Balls. And last week's episode was Supervillains versus Killjoy Club. I feel like Joe Rogan in that motherfucking pre-show, talking about how I think the battle's going to go down, making my predictions for the battle. It's actually a lot of fun doing the pre-show. And, you know, all that talk of showing love, not giving love, I didn't show my love on last week's show, and I want to make sure that I showed it this week to Studio 17 and Brooklyn Menace for the UFCD pre-show that I co-host with Scotty Two Balls. And I'll be back this Friday on Studio 17. This is not the official graphic. This is the graphic that I use when I post up on social medias, when I pit two albums against each other and I have everybody pick what you think would win. But this Friday on UFCD on Studio 17, Violent J's The Shining versus Shaggy Two Dopes. Fuck the fuck off, motherfucker. Going head to head, solo albums. It's primarily ICP related shit that they do. They already did all the Joker's cards. They're now doing super groups. As you can see now, they got solo albums. Violent J's only full-length solo album. I consider Wizard of the Hood EP. I know Mike and Sis, they were talking about it's a full length. I think it's an EP. Shit's only 9 tracks. You got 2 bonus tracks. Anyway. Going up against Shaggy Two Dopes. Fuck the fuck off, motherfucker. Both these albums, I'm not big fans of, especially The Shining. Fuck the fuck off, motherfucker has a few good tracks, but we'll be breaking it down on the pre-show Friday, Studio 17 at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard on Studio 17. Peep that shit out. Much love to Studio 17 and Brooklyn Menace for having me be on that pre-show. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, I get my Joe Rogan on in that bitch. It's dope. Gotta shout out another homie, Joker's Gallery. I've had him on the show quite a few times. He's the motherfucking homie, like I just said. He puts together all these fresh-ass documentaries that you've seen. The 20 and 17, the 20 and 19. He did Generation Twisted. Well, now he's branching outside of the Juggalo world, and he just did a new documentary on Alice in Chains, titled Dirtumentary. Sorry. I haven't got a chance to peep it out yet, but I am a huge fan of Alice in Chains. I wouldn't say a huge fan because I really don't know the history of Alice in Chains. I am a big fan of their fucking music. Don't get it twisted. Top 5 favorite band for me ever. Love Alice in Chains. But as far as the history goes, I don't know. And this will be my first real delve into the history of Alice in Chains. I know the obvious, Mike Starr being kicked from the group, Lane Staley's death, and shit like that. But outside of that, I really don't know much. So I'm looking forward to it. If you dig Alice in Chains and the Joker's Gallery's work, and you're familiar with the 2017, 2019 Generation Twisted, this is probably just as dope as those. I know he's been working on it for a minute. Can't wait to dive into this one, though. Love it. So shout out to Joker's Gallery. Peep that Dirtumentary up on YouTube. Just type in Alice in Chains Dirtumentary, and I'm sure it'll pop the fuck up. And let's get into some new music that dropped this week. We was talking about Brotha Lynch Hung dropping. He dropped his new single, Animal, this past Friday. I don't know who this is produced by, but it was mixed and mastered by Rob Rebeck, who did all the old albums that Brotha Lynch did on Strange Music. And this is the best Brotha Lynch has sounded in a minute. This song is fucking fire. Love this song. I bumped it probably 10 times this weekend. And I'm really trying not to bump singles a lot, but goddamn, this shit was fire. Really dope track from Brotha Lynch Hung. Love his flow on here. Love the production. Don't know who did the beat. I'd like to know. I wish motherfuckers would say who did the production. I could have missed it because I missed out on that Season of the Sickness vinyl pre-order. I wish I knew about that. I talked about it on the show, but I didn't know it actually happened. Now I'm bummed out about it because I know that's just going to go for dumb money. I know it was limited, but anyway. Brotha Lynch Hung, Animal, new single. I think it's the single off Season of the Sickness 2, which, I don't know. I don't know if you can live up to Season of the Sickness. I don't like when these artists do part 2s to their classic albums. Eminem did Marshall Mathers LP 2, and that shit was not good. There was like a handful of good tracks on there. I'm trying to think of other albums that people did that they did a part 2 of, and I can't think off the top of my head, but people do it all the fucking time. And Season of the Sickness is one of those classics, especially in the horrorcore, wicked shit genre. Top 10, if you ask me. But this single is sounding fucking fire. Peep that if you ain't checked it out yet. Dropping this Friday, Ill Bill, his second single off his next album. I can't remember the name of the title track, but What's My Drug, featuring DV alias Christ. I like when he gets this DV alias Christ on tracks, usually on the hook, and he usually kills the hook. So I'm looking forward to this track, Ill Bill. Y'all know, one of my favorite in the underground. So we'll be talking about the song next week after I hear it, but wanted to give you a heads up that it is dropping this Friday. And then a dude who's been relatively quiet in the underground, putting out new music. And I'm a big fan of this dude. I've been bumping this dude damn near 15 years now. Whenever Donnie Darko or Donnie Darkflow came out, what was that, 2006, 2007 maybe? I can't remember. But Gruesome is putting out the daily Darkflow singles. He's putting out a new song every work day, Monday through Friday. And I believe he started on Wednesday last week because there's only 3 singles out right now. We got Shut 'Em Up featuring J-Dog, who rolled with Gruesome back in the day, back in the Prone Records days. He dropped All She Wrote, and he also dropped, if I can get the graphic to pop up here. Sorry, computer's glitching out on me right here. Spazzing. So he's got 3 singles. I'm up on Apple Music right now. Shut 'Em Up and All She Wrote is up on Apple Music right now, so I'm going to assume that it is up on all other social digital service providers, excuse me. And this dude, Gruesome, is fucking fire. I don't know how this dude never got a deal. I know he likes to talk shit about a lot of people. He is the talk shit Avenger. But back in 2017, he dropped the Reboot VHS EP, and then early 2018, the Grassroots EP. But you got to go back and peep this dude's discography. The Phoenix is like a classic in his discography. Comfortable, which celebrated an anniversary last week, is fire as well. I'm glad to see Gruesome back grinding. He's done shit like this in the past. He used to do daily 16s where he would drop a 16 every fucking day, sometimes get a guest feature. He was at one point doing what Crooked Eye was doing, dropping a song every week. So this ain't nothing new to him. He's done this before. I haven't got a chance to peep these tracks. I've been bumping a lot of other shit lately, but I'm definitely going to dive into these tracks because I am a big fan of Gruesome, and I am glad that he's back putting music out once again because dude is mad underrated and not really that known. And he needs to be because he's that fucking talented. So go peep that. And then let's get into some strange music shit, shall we? Strange music, the Strange New World 2021 tour. They were supposed to go out on tour, Tech Nine and Ritz, this fall, but COVID-19 is still very much a fucking thing. Whether you want to believe it or not, it is. And we got the postponement of yet another tour being postponed into 2021. You know, they said due to unforeseen circumstance. I mean, how the fuck is it unforeseen at this point? When you canceled the first tour, you knew COVID was 19. You knew COVID was around at that point. So why act like this is unforeseen circumstances? You know, I'm reading the official statement from Tech Nine's Facebook and all his social medias. You know, with the varying restrictions and mass gatherings nationwide, we've been forced to alter our plans, and it's clear the Tech Nine's Interfere 2020 tour could not go on as intended, but they've been working tirelessly to reschedule these shows for the spring of 2021. I still think that's going to be too early. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. I know Tech Nine performed a show just a couple weeks ago, and people were pissed. People were pissed this dude was doing a show. I'll tell you right now, any shows that are happening in 2020, I ain't going. I ain't been going nowhere in the last 5 months. It sucks at this point. Because, yeah, I'm pretty much a hermit, never leave the house anyway. But I do leave the house every once in a while. And I ain't never leaving the goddamn house now. So while it does suck, I think it's necessary. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this tour be postponed as well. But we got new music from Strange Music. We got Jerry Robinson. He dropped his new album, 2020. I did peep the clip that they posted on social media. This is the first time I'm hearing of Jerry Robinson. Never listened to any one of his songs. You know, and the only other time I've heard him is on Tech Nine's Interfere album. The clip I heard, not for me. I don't think I'm going to peep this album. I don't really have no interest in it. It is what it is. But I know people are fans of Strange Music and will give it a chance. So go peep that out. Jerry Robinson, 2020, going down. Let me get that tour thing out of the way if you're watching on YouTube. Strange Music posted this picture online last week. You got like the light rig right here. Looks like a stage could go right there in the middle. Travis said some strange or some interesting things could be going down. I heard that this was used for a video set for the Hollywood Undead video, which I don't, I'm not surprised by. Probably used for the video with Corey Taylor as well. But could Strange Music be doing an online concert similar to what a lot of other people are doing, but most notably in this underground scene, Magic Ninja did with Netfest on Your Couch, I would very much welcome a Strange Music online concert. 110%. It's been a long ass time since I saw Strange Music live. I think the last time I saw Tech Nine live was maybe the Special Effects tour, and dude killed it. Dude absolutely murdered it. Tech Nine puts on an awesome show. I'd like to see what they could do for an online show. The production that they could put behind it would be very high quality. Strange Music does have a lot of money behind them, as far as I know. They got mad buildings. They got the picture you see right here is the rehearsal facility where they practice their live shows. So what the fuck? Why not do the online concert, have the entire Strange Music roster on there, or even have guests like Ritz, who were supposed to be on that Interfere tour, and do it for an online show. I'd even pay $5, maybe 10 depending on the lineup, but no more than that. 5 for sure, maybe 10 depending on the lineup. Or even better yet, do like Netfest did and put that shit out for free. Why the fuck not? Monetize it on YouTube, all that. You'd still make money off free shit. Have the exclusive merch. Just take that cue that Magic Ninja did. Have that Strange Music online concert, exclusive merch, and whatnot. That would be dope. I would watch it, possibly pay for it, for, depending on the price. But that would be dope to see. And I hope Strange Music does some shit like that, because they got the canceled tours. Other artists are canceling tours. And I was going to wait till the end of the show to talk about this, but fuck it. Let's talk about it now. We all know ICP is supposed to go out on tour relatively soon. I don't remember the tour dates that they had. I could try to pull it up right here, up on social medias, but they're supposed to be heading out on the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space tour, part 2, this fall, leading into Hollow Wicked. And I haven't seen any official cancellation or rescheduled dates, anything like that. Couldn't think of this shit off the top of my head because I'm looking for it. It looks like the first date, September 17th, a little than a month away from the Wicked Clowns from Outer Space 2 tour, and we have got no word on this tour. It's going to be rescheduled without a doubt. I don't think anybody's touring 2020. If ICP is going to tour 2020, good fucking luck. I ain't going. Fucking hell no. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do reschedule it. It'd be smart of them to reschedule it. They rescheduled the Gathering of the Juggalos, so why not just push off this Wicked Clowns from Outer Space tour? They probably had some ill merch lined up. Drop it online. Fuck it. Drop it online. VIP merch. Probably exclusive CDs. Drop it online. Just do it. It's in everybody's best interest to do it, and I hope they do it. But where the fuck is ICP, right? We know Shaggy and Keegan are doing the Shaggy and the Creep Show, the podcast. It looks like they're getting back up to start season 2 of their show. But we have got very little to nothing from ICP in 2020. They made an appearance on Chris Hansen's podcast or online Zoom show, whatever the fuck. That was cool. That was a good look. They got a lot of press for canceling the Gathering, which, of course, people assume that ICP are idiots, Juggalos are idiots, and they're surprised when they're one of the first to cancel a concert, when damn well the shit ain't going to go down because of what's happening anyway. But where the fuck is ICP? Shaggy keeps saying on the Shaggy and Creep Show they got a lot of shit in the works. A lot of dope stuff coming. Where is this dope stuff? We're almost into the 4th quarter of 2020, and we got zero new music from ICP. Not even a single. Not even a solo single from either Violent J or Shaggy. These dudes should be holed up in the studio working on the 5th Joker's card of the second deck. Violent J has stated numerous times that he knows what it is, what the theme is, the name. He said the name was on Fearless Red Fury, but nobody has guessed it. It has something to do with brother. I maintain that it's Jerry Jekyll, the long lost stepchild of Jake and Jack Jekyll. Somehow Jake and Jack had a baby. I don't know. Shit's weird in the Dark Carnival. I don't know how it works, but it worked. All right. They had a baby. It's called Jerry. He's out there somewhere. He's the 5th Joker's card of the second deck. But anyway, they should be working on that 5th card. And if they're not, what are they doing? We've got 0, 0, 0, 0, fucking 0 news of what ICP is doing. In the beginning of the year, I'm pretty sure I was hooting and hollering for a solo Shaggy record. But at this point, and I feel like a broken record keeps saying this, but they need to put music out faster, especially if you already know the name of the next Joker's card. At this point, I'm just going to assume they're not working with Mikey Clark, and it is what it is. But they got 7. They got Straight Jacket, right? That's his name. And other producers, DJ Clay even, still rolling with them, fucking with them. Lutz affiliation. But they can get the production. If you're not going to work with Mikey Clark, get that production. They prove they can put out an album, a good album, without Mikey Clark. You know, they did it with The Wraith Shangri-La. That's a fucking classic in my opinion. But in this new era, you know, they didn't do it with The Marvelous Missing Link. That was a miss and a half. But they proved they could do it, and they did with Fearless Fred Fury. That was a great album. Really good effort from the Clowns. And they need to be riding that wave. Don't lose that momentum. Fuck it, right? You were fortunate enough to tour Fearless Fred Fury. You didn't get to tour 2020. Please put out some fucking new music. Shit is ridiculous. Don't make us wait 4 years for another Joker's card. I don't want to be 87 when the 5th Joker's card of the third deck is dropping. And I don't want to go to a concert where ICP is propped up on a stick like they do Ozzy Osbourne and put him on stage. You know what I mean? Put out new music faster. I know you have this whole formula. It worked for you back in the day. Well, this is 2020. Put new music out. Give us singles. Give us something. Yeah, you dropped another 50 copies of Morton's List, but who gives a fuck? I don't. I know some juggalos do, but I don't give a fuck. Them shits has been sitting in a warehouse for 20 fucking years. Give us some new music, please. I'm asking nicely. Give us something. You ain't gave us shit. Shaggy's out here keeping you irrelevant a little bit with Shaggy and the Creep Show, which the podcast is kind of entertaining. Can't front. I don't catch every episode, but I do catch clips here and there when they're live. And it's not bad. But we need new music. Straight up. Where's ICP? Let's dig them out of the hole and get us some new fucking music. Let's get it some new music that dropped this week. Devereauxx, producer for Ouija Mac. Ouija Mac, real quick before we get into this Devereauxx. He's got a new single dropping called Fuckface. I believe this Friday? Let me look. Yep. Friday, August 25th. This Friday. I don't have an image for it. New Ouija Max single called Fuckface dropping. I'm hyped. ICP should be taking cues from Ouija Mac. Dudes dropped 2 tapes this year. Both were solid. Resistance 2, one of my favorite releases this year. Pretty ugly, solid. And he's got another tape dropping soon. Fuck it. But anyway, off that. Devereauxx, the homie Devereauxx, he dropped a new project called Castle Hill Music. It's him, somebody else, don't know the other dude's name. I think the other dude plays guitar. You got Devereauxx on the beats. I did listen to it. I listened to it once through. This is some really like laid back kind of trap shit. Singing on here. Darby O'Trill's on here. Shaggy the Airhead's on here. And it's not a bad listen. It's really mellow, laid back kind of vibes. And the production's on point, as it usually is with Devereauxx. So it's out there now. Castle Hill Music. Devereauxx. Let me look up the name of the album. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's called Comfortable Nightmare. Is out now on all streaming platforms. Castle Hill and Devereauxx. Go peep it. It's a really chill. It's like some shit you want to smoke too. If you ask me, just roll one up, get hot, and bump some new Devereauxx. In Castle Hill, go bump that shit. And then we got a new teaser from Boondocks. Boondocks. Crimson Crow, I believe is the name of the new album. Dropping this fall. Magic Ninja. Staying busy. Another label that just consistently puts out music. We talked about it last week. But before Crimson Crow comes, we're probably going to get a single from Boondocks. This looks like it might be the cover. I don't know. Fresh ass artwork. Dope as fuck. Love the artwork. But new Boondocks is coming. So peep that when it drops. I'll be talking about it on the show. And we got, speaking of Magic Ninja Entertainment, New Young Wicked, the first official single off the Young Wicked mixtape, Staying Lit, is out now on all social media, digital service providers. And this dude is definitely going for a mainstream kind of sound. I listened to it once. Ben said this dude has huge crossover appeal, 110%, without a doubt. You could tell by the last Twisted single that came out, and you could definitely tell by this new single, Staying Lit, that he dropped. He is going in that direction. He is piecing out to the wicked shit as he should, in my opinion. I thought I was ready for it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I want to hear the Young Wicked mixtape too. The song is good, but it's like dude's going way left field with it. Kind of hard. He's not really easing into it. He's not, I don't know. It's cool, but I want to hear the project as a whole. I want to hear how I thought Young Wicked, the mixtape volume 2 was going to be on some wicked shit or some hard shit. That's what he was saying. This is on some boppy. You get some vibes from this track without a doubt. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like he wants to go in that direction. He wants to do some jelly roll shit, right? But not be country music. But he's got to find his own lane. And that auto-tune lane is right there. Right there. Just ease into it a little bit. Ease into it. Or maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm just some asshole with a microphone in my mom's basement. But that's neither here nor there. But peep that new Young Wicked, Staying Lit, up on all digital service providers now. And we got new Dizzy Wright coming. New Dizzy Wright. He's got his new album dropping soon. I got the date written down right here. September 18th. Little less than a month away. Dizzy Wright. My Hustle Unmatched. We got the track list right here as well. We got 12 tracks from Dizzy Wright. Features from Burns of Mayday that I'm going to assume. Chewy Woods, Landlord, and Austin Sexton. I don't know who any of these people are outside of Burns, but brand new Dizzy Wright dropping September 28th. My Hustle Unmatched. I think Dizzy Wright's one of those dudes that are cool. I'll bump it. I'll listen to it if somebody's bumping it, but I'm not really going out of my way. But I might actually peep this because why the fuck not? He ain't bad. His features that he did with Jaron Benton on that, I can't remember the name of that track. That shit was fire. Like Dizzy Wright got talent. He could put some fucking songs together. And I don't know why he's not bigger than he should be. He is. He should be bigger than he is. 110%. He has that crossover appeal. He should be on like some Wiz Khalifa kind of shit, you know? That's the kind of vibes that I get from Dizzy Wright. But September 18th, his new album dropping. And this album finally hit all DSPs this past week. It dropped not this past Friday, but the Friday before. But for whatever reason, there was a glitch in the Matrix. But Donnie Darko and Sutter Kane came back with their follow-up to Before the World Got to Us with After the World Got to This. And this shit is dope if you like that boom bap shit. Sutter Kane, his production is fucking fire. And I gotta say this. He teeters that line of almost overproducing a track. Like some shit almost sounds like it could be overproduced, but then Donnie Darko comes in and fucking kills it with his verses. 10 songs, 27 minutes. You got Lex the Hexmaster on here and McNasty on here. Two dudes that I'm familiar with. Apollo Valdez is on here. Danny Devereauxx is on here. But this is a solid follow-up to Before the World Got to Us. If you did check that out when I talked about it a couple months ago, peep it and look at the artwork. Fucking fresh. And there are hard copies available. Just hit up Sutter Kane or Donnie Darko. I got my orders in for Before the World Got to Us and After the World Got to Us, and they're only charging $10 a copy. Fucking right. Thank you. I feel like this is the first time in the underground people ain't charging $20 for a hard copy, and I appreciate that. My bank account appreciates that. But this project is fire. Love Sutter Kane's boom bap production. Donnie Darko's rhymes on here. He's got some ill punchlines on here. Peep this shit if you like that style. And a couple things I took away from this project. One, I want more Donnie Darko and Sutter Kane. I know they've been working together forever. They had that not August Underground, but Black Sunday back in the day. So I know they've been working forever, but keep going on these kind of vibes. I'm with it. I'm riding. 2, I want more Lex the Hexmaster and Sutter Kane. I know it's kind of been put out there that it's not going to happen. Excuse me. Someone needs to make that shit happen. Lex the Hexmaster over Sutter Kane production is what we need. Yeah, we got the Haunted Mansion dropping. And the production Lex is on right now isn't bad, but him over some Sutter Kane shit is fire. And 3, we need more McNasty over Sutter Kane production. We need a whole lot of motherfuckers on Sutter Kane production. And McNasty, he put out a project with Sutter Kane a while ago. And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was always teased that the Pity Party Rock Stars was going to be the next project from McNasty and Sutter Kane. And that never came to fruition for whatever reason. But we need that shit to happen because he sounds great over Sutter Kane production as well. Runaway Train of Thought was the first EP McNasty put out with Sutter Kane. Fucking dope. But yeah, we need more people over Sutter Kane production because this dude kills it. Like I said, he teeters that line of overproducing shit, but it's not, but it's right there. Shit sounds dope. If you like that boom bap shit, go peep it. Speaking of boom bap shit, this dude, I am fucking full on Flea Lord 2020. This dude killed it with Hand Me My Flowers, produced by Buck Wild. The People's Chant, produced by Pete Rock, one of my favorite projects of 2020. He just dropped a new project this Friday. What's it called? I gotta pull it up. I apologize. Loyalty and Trust 2, produced by 38 Special. This dude is dropping an EP every single month. And not only is he dropping one every month, but he got Fear the Evil, I believe it's called, dropping this Friday. So he's already got another project dropping this Friday. He just dropped one this past Friday with Loyalty and Trust 2. But he has Pray for the Evil Part 2 coming out. That's the name of it. Pray for the Evil Part 2. And this dude is killing it. And I wish I got onto this dude earlier because I want to get all the hard copies of these EPs. You know, I'm going back and listening to these EPs that he's put out. He's got Mandatory Respect, Dirty Restaurant, Lucky 13, produced by DJ Shay. And I don't want to gloss over the fact that DJ Shay passed last week. This dude was great on the production. He killed it. He killed it live for Griselda on the Griselda What Machine Gun Do tour. So rest in peace to DJ Shay. And I went and peeped that project that he did with Flea Lord called Lucky 13. Fire. And then he has Alter Ego, Fliego, Delgado, Hand Me My Flowers, The People's Champ. This dude is super ill. Flea Lord is fire. And I'm going to go back and buy these EPs, but I can't do it all at once because them shits is expensive. But I got to get them. Hard copies available, but shit is everywhere. Apple, Spotify Music, all that. So go peep Flea Lord if you haven't yet, because dude is ill with it. And last but not least, we got Chucky Chuck, Mr. Don't Give a Fuck himself, dropped a brand new track with Kool Keith. Kool Keith, legendary West Coast MC. The track is called Wowzers. I haven't got a chance to peep it yet, but Chucky Chuck is that dude. I fuck with Chucky Chuck. Dude is ill. And Kool Keith, I'm not super familiar, but I know Chucky Chuck was super pumped. He talked about it on his social medias, being able to get a collaboration with one of his favorite artists, being Kool Keith. And that is out there right now. And that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode of the Beneath Dirt podcast. Much love for tuning in. I appreciate it. Definitely go peep that Flea Lord. I got a chance to peep a few of the tracks off Loyalty and Trust Part 2, but haven't got a chance to listen to the full thing yet. So go peep that. And ICP, give us some goddamn music, please. Please give us some music. And don't forget, this Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern on Studio 17, the UFC pre-show, hosted by me and Scotty Two Balls. And thank you for tuning in. Much love. And I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.